extraordinary. The Valley of Kings, with a temperature right now at 96 degrees. We find many players here playing the board. For what exactly? For this huge pet? Could it be that the tomb of great knowledge here, with a paw print, a fish, and a cat, hieroglyphic. It seems here that the hieroglyphics of the ancient... Boy, what the heck you coming to my view, bro? Ancient artifacts and the ancient hieroglyphics of cat, fish, paw, water, squiggly line hold great value to open up the great pillars of this thing. I can't do this. Seriously, let's talk about Pets Go for 1 second, okay? Pets Go! Okay, bye guys! It's been a second since I actually went on here to actually look at like all the pets that are in the game right now. I did notice at some point that a lot of pets actually went down in value, and the rarity for some of these pets actually even went down more so. And we're talking about being compared to like our active huges that we do get in regular rolls. Now, which ones are we talking about specifically? For starters, we have the huge rock here, the huge heartbreaker fairy, this bear, the huge Sphinx, the huge silver dragon. It seems like any pet that came out of an egg during an event of some kind that we actually are able to visually still buy inside of the plaza are extremely easy to get now. I don't know how much what the value was before, but I remember seeing some of them being all the way up to 5 billion. And we're talking about a lot of pets. Now we're talking about a deflation of seeing some of these actually being sold for around 2 million and maybe even under that at the most. So I've been seeing a ton of people actually going out into the plaza, selling a ton of eggs, and people actually buying them. Now, I wanted to do a test real quick to see how easy it is to get one of these things. Now, when we see 1 out of 1 billion, you figured that maybe perhaps it would be very easy to still obtain, right? I have 106 million in God potions for thieving, 87 million in Sphinx God potions, and I guess these guys are just chilling here because for whatever reason. Now, I do have some other eggs here as well, so I have 10,000 times thieving egg. I don't know if I want to open up 81,000 of these, but I do have some of these. A couple of the hacker eggs. This one is 1 out of 2 billion, so I don't think this one's gonna be too crazy, but still, I do have some of these. Heartbreaker eggs, and of course, the magma eggs. This one, however, is a little bit more expensive, and of course, the Sphinx egg. We do have some of the 100 times thieving egg, but I figured doing this test would go ahead and see if it's worth actually going out to the plaza right now, spending all your gems and doing these types of things. So I want to say in total, I probably spent around 120 million gems to go ahead and do this. I have to make 120 million gems back in order for this to actually be beneficial. If I can't reach that, I'm blaming somebody, and it's not me for my poor decision making, okay? It's not gonna be me today. What better way to go ahead and test this in the middle of the map, in the middle of nowhere, in the desert area? So we're gonna go ahead and start with the 10,000 eggs. Oh, I can only open up 3 at a time. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we see a huge pet. I didn't see a huge pet. I got bamboozled. Okay, so that's only 3, so that's fine. So we're gonna open up another 3 and see what happens with this. Go, go, go. I wanna see a huge. I didn't get a huge. Okay, so this one might be a bust. I don't think getting this one, unless you're extremely lucky of getting a huge, maybe, I don't know. Dude, I didn't get anything out of this. Okay, so we're gonna pretend we didn't buy this, okay? We don't advise buying Eggy if it's only gonna be 7, right? So we're gonna ignore that, and we're gonna go ahead and open 99 of these. Oh my god. Dude, what just happened? Okay, well, we opened up 99. We're gonna open up another 99. Remember, this is 1 out of 1.5 billion. So this isn't the lowest amount that you can get out of the eggs. There are ones that are lower than this, so just keep that in mind. It's still a relatively good chance, because if you have thousands of these eggs, you are bound to at least get one, right? Let's say out of the 10,000 eggs that I have here, you're able to get like maybe 3 or 4. I would say that's like still a good thing, right? Though you would have to take into consideration, is it worth buying that many eggs to open to maybe get 3 or 4 out of those, right? Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at that. We're gonna open up all these eggs here because we have enough to go ahead and just kind of be like okay with it. So we got our first huge out of this one, which is amazing. Out of the first 99 eggs, if I am able to get another one on top of the one that I just got here, that would be amazing. By the way, whoever does the animations for these new cutscenes they're amazing, by the way. All right, so we got our first Sphinx over there. We're gonna go ahead and open up an additional 100 of these to see if we're able to get something else out of it. Okay, so we didn't get another one, which is absolutely fine. I think we were super duper lucky getting the first one. All right, go, 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 open, 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 open. All right, this is our, what, 300 already? Okay, so we didn't get anything out of this one, which is okay. How much does the huge actually go for? So 2,410,000 gems, which is, you know, a decent price. I still profited off of that, which is, you know, pretty awesome. Okay, so I didn't get anything else out of that, and I only have 81 left. Do I really want to open up all I want to open up 99. It makes it so much more faster. We need a 50 egg option if we don't have 99. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna pretend this doesn't exist. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and start opening up the magma egg real quick. All right, we didn't get anything out of that one. Dude, I love how quick it is too. I love how I'm opening up an egg that's like worth 40,000, and I'm just here like, guys, I'm testing. All right, so nothing out of this one either. So that was 200. Now we're on 300. 300. Nothing out of this one. I would say for this egg though, I wouldn't go out and just open a ton of these just because of how expensive the egg is. I'll be real. If you can get other eggs that also have like other pets inside of it that are like not this much, I would do that. I'm only opening this up just because of the science behind it rather than, oh, what can you get out of it, right? There's no reason why there's no reason why I should be opening these. Oh, I got a rainbow scorpion. That's cool. I mean, theoretically, because we do have rainbow pets, if you are able to get a rainbow huge out of that just right off the bat, that would be cool, right? I don't even know if that's actually possible, but that would be cool. All right, so we tested 3 eggs out. We tested out the 10,000. We tested out Sphinx eggies. Now the magma eggy. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the heartbreaker egg. Now these are the cheapest eggs. The Valentine's Day eggs are the absolute cheapest ones to go ahead and open up. And to be quite honest, if you're able to get these in bulk, obviously this is definitely probably the best thing that you guys can go ahead and do. If you are able to open up a ton of eggs, you just have to find the time to actually do this or set up a macro. So we're on our 3 or 400 now. So I'm not getting anything out of this one. So again, like I said, 1 out of 1 billion is not bad. And if you're able to get a huge pet out of that 124,000 eggs, you have to get at least past 44 million in value for these. Oh, I got a rainbow sad pet in here. That's cool. Okay, so I have not gotten anything just yet, and I want to say it's already been like, what, a few hundred of them already. I think I'm sitting at like 600 eggs now. I'm not expecting to get anything right off the bat, so we're gonna move over to the Cupid egg, our first 100, and I didn't get anything out of this one, which is fine. And our next one, we got 200 in. Now we're at 300. To be quite honest though, I would say like eggs are decent, though it's kind of hard to say because I feel like I've seen at least 1 billion on some eggs before, and it still takes a good second to get them. Now what we are going to go ahead and test out are the God Potions. God Potions should go relatively quickly. However, I will not be talking in that portion just because it's going to take a second to roll these pets. So we're going to go ahead and speed this through. So I have been rolling rolling for the past hour, and who knows, I used so many of these potions, and guess how many of these things that I ended up getting. We're gonna go ahead and check, okay? So we're gonna type in huge prison. I got hooey. Okay, whoever thought that this whole thing was broke, and if it was, it might have, and it absolutely got fixed. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and throw that out there. If there was some sort of issue with like these hatchings and people were getting a bajillion of these huge prison cats, it is no longer valid. So just throwing that out there. It might be smart to not spend a lot of gems like I just did today to go ahead and try to see if this works. It does not work. Whatever it was doing before is no longer valid. So I have a few left of these, and I'm just gonna say that it just doesn't work anymore. This is a bunch of hooey. Gonna go ahead and put myself in more pain to go ahead and roll some more. Dude, it took me so long to roll the other rolls, and I'm gonna end up doing it with this one too now. So if I'm assuming the other ones weren't working, this one is absolutely not gonna work as well. However, I'll still record the process just in case if there's players out there saying like,
No vapor, no vapor, no vapor. This works, this works. I swear to God it works.
we're gonna go ahead and test it out and see if it actually does work. So we're gonna go ahead and speed this baby up and see what happens. I better make back what I just spent today, because I swear I'm gonna cry in the forever pack. Okay, this one wasn't as long as I thought it would be. It was like 52 minutes, so let's say under an hour. Now, the amount of huge pets, guys, I got 3. Technically 2 from the potions, 1 from the egg. What a bunch of baloney. We got nothing from the prison potion, the thieving potion, okay? We got nothing. And I only got 2 from the little Egyptian potions. These are not broken. Don't buy them unless you're ready to lose gems, take the risk. Honestly, just go out and buy the huges at this point. I think it's a lot more cheaper to just go buy the huge that you really want and just go sell the potions. And if you really want to go ahead and test the limits with all of these eggs and stuff, it's a lot faster to just go ahead and get a bunch of these little heartbreaker eggs. Maybe even possibly the Cupid eggs. These are the most cheapest ones that we have in the game so far, with the lowest amount being 1 billion for each one. To be quite honest, I always felt like most of these pets were 1 in 1 billion, so I'm not sure. You guys can correct me if I am wrong on that. It might have been 1 out of 5 billion, but
Who knows? I don't remember. Who knows?
all I know is whoever said that these are broken and everybody should go out and buy them, don't do it, because if they were, they're absolutely 100% fixed. Look Bleebo Bob in the eye. They're fixed.
Okay, bye.